When you don't feel or really believe that you can have what you want, it can be quite painful. I know. It's awful to desire change and watch others attain change and not truly believe that you can have it yourself. You may beat yourself up and ask yourself constantly, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just feel more confident, be more confident? Why can't I just get what I want like other people? Is there any hope for this? Can it be changed? Hi, my name is Keisha Dent. I'm a certified mindset hypnotist and the author of Life Change Now. And first of all, I want to wish you a wonderful, happy September. I can't believe it's September already. The summer went by so fast. I definitely took a little bit of time off in the summer to do some things, but I'm back. I'm definitely going to be here much more frequently, hopefully every week. I associate fall with really getting busy again, like really getting back to work. And so I'm getting back into that energy. So I hope that you are as well. I hope that you're enjoying yourself, you're safe, you're healthy, you're happy, all those things. But today I want to talk about confidence. Confidence is our natural belief in ourselves and our capabilities. Really, that's it. It's our ability to know that we can handle life and we can go after and get the things that we want. Now, when confidence is lower, it can be really felt across several aspects of life. For example, feeling as though you are just not a confident person in general, or it can affect just certain areas of life. So, why do some people have more confidence than others? And there are a few answers for this. And it's certainly something that a lot of us are looking into and studying. Now, again, we said that confidence is our natural belief in ourselves and our capabilities. And this underscores an important thing, which is that we are born with confidence, okay? It's because of confidence that we are able to do the things that make us human. For example, learning to walk. If you had no confidence that you would be able to do this, you would not be walking. But you did have confidence in that and everything else that you learned in order to make your life better and to make your life the way that it needs to be. Now, because this is something that we are born with, but yet so many of us arrive by the time we hit adolescence and adulthood with lower confidence, I think it gives us a clue as to what has happened and what goes into confidence. Repeating again that most of us are born with a natural self-confidence in ourselves. But the thing is, as that gets challenged or straight up attacked by other people, our natural self-confidence can go down. So what comes into play with people that separates people that are confident and people that are not so confident? Number one can simply be genetics, being predisposed to natural confidence. For example, I always think of this, and when I refer to people that seem to have that natural confidence, that natural fire, I like to use the word spirited. I think we've all known people like this, even early in childhood. They were the kids, for example, that just always were going to go after things that just seemed to be really just unaffected by criticism, unaffected by telling them that they can't do anything, they shouldn't do anything. Very spirited individuals that just seem completely impervious to attacks on their confidence, attacks on their capability, really don't care. And I think that's a natural gift that some people just can't be tamed. And it can go both ways, but I think that a lot of our most successful people are just people that tend to be resistant to having their confidence lowered or lessened by criticism, by failure or not getting what they want. They just keep going. They're just naturally very resilient and naturally have high belief in themselves. So some people that's just the way they are. They just inherit those traits. And now for the rest of us, what we do know is that confidence can basically come from a few places. Number one, love. Okay, love coming from other family members, love coming from yourself. When you're loved, okay, when you feel valued, that increases your confidence. When you come from a family that loves you, a supportive, loving community that is going to naturally increase your confidence. You feel valued, you see your value reflected around you and other people, and that increases how good you feel about what you can get and your capabilities to do that. Another one is frequent, authentic sounding praise. Okay, so again, loving families, what do they often do is they praise their kids. Even families that aren't so affectionate often can just simply praise their kids out of familiar pride. Just telling this is what you do to be a parent, right? According to a lot of parents, is you praise your kid, you uplift your kid, and you tell them about how worthy they are and how good they are and how they can do amazing things and how they're going to do amazing things. And this, and in turn, of course, can lift confidence. Now, praise in itself is often not enough. There are other factors we're going to talk about right now. For example, we know that there are lots of loving families that praise their child often, only to still have the child become less confident and to struggle with their confidence. So what else is going on? Another factor that we know that contributes to confidence or lack of is frequent harsh criticism. So criticism is the single thing that is probably most responsible for tearing down confidence. And this is what most of us have to pass through in the journey from very naturally born, confident infant to through adolescence into adulthood. And we will be running a gauntlet of aggressive criticism, some more than others, especially obviously if you're born in a not so loving family, a not so supportive community where everyone takes power by criticizing and tearing down other people. Yes, it's going to do a horrible number on your confidence, unless again you are one of those spirited individuals who seems impervious to that. But as you go and as you age, you are going to be more prone to receiving criticism from other people. And the thing is, criticism from others can not be nearly as aggressive and awful as criticism from ourselves. We are so often our most harsh, unforgiving critics. And especially when we are being criticized by parents, by authority figures, by culture itself, society itself, telling us that, we're not the right body type, we're not smart enough, we're not the right color, we're not the right gender, we're not the right sexual orientation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, then we're going to begin to start to doubt ourselves and doubt our ability to get what we want. Now, interestingly, lack of praise as well can also create a harsh critical voice. So if you're not used to hearing praise about yourself that sounds real, that sounds true, that sounds authentic, and there's just radio silence, you can actually start to take that as signs or evidence that something's wrong with you, and that turns into a critical voice over time. And the last one is basically personal experience of overcoming challenge. We know that this also shapes our level of confidence. So as we live our lives, the more challenge that we overcome, that we're able to overcome and feel good and praise ourselves for overcoming that challenge, the more our confidence naturally grows. So naturally, as we age, there's certainly exceptions to the rule depending on what you're going through, but as we age, generally, we tend to get more. I know I speak for myself when I say that I would never again want to be 20 or want to be 18 or 19. I feel like for all of society praising that for that youthful age and having all of this youth, this beautiful youth ahead of you, my confidence was much, much lower then. And as I got older, it grew naturally. Why? Because I started to just begin to overcome things, feel my power, feel what I can do, get more experience in life, and that grows my confidence. I would never, ever want to be 20. So can you grow your self-confidence naturally? Yes, absolutely. As long as you have breath in your body, as long as you're on this earth, you absolutely better believe it. So here are just some things that you can do in order to grow your self-confidence every day, beginning today. So number one, honestly, is to practice unconditional self-love with yourself. Okay? It's so important to feel loved. Even if you don't have anyone in your life to reflect that or give that to you in your immediate circle, it's so important to understand that you are worthy of being here and you are loved. Okay, so self-love is so important. Why? Because when you feel loved, you feel valued, you naturally are going to feel more confident in general in life. You're naturally going to see your value everywhere. You're going to feel good. And when you feel good, you're going to be and act more confidently. It's a shortcut to basically feeling that level of confidence in your life in general. And you're going to attract other people to you as well. Okay, so it's really important to do that, especially if you struggle with feelings of self-worth or feeling as though you love yourself or you are a person of value. This is definitely really, really important. I would say even more important than confidence. Number 2 is to become aware of the harsh, overly critical thoughts that are circling throughout your head on a daily basis. The reason, again, so many of us don't feel confident, the big number one thief and robber of our confidence is harsh criticism that just keeps happening. And the thing about it is the worst criticism often comes from us. It is very, very interesting how even if you're raised with with good, well-meaning authority figures in a loving home, you will be prone to criticism. And that criticism that you hear as a child, as an adolescent, often gets morphed into a very, very cruel and dystopian and awful version that circles in your head. For example, we often talk to ourselves in ways that we would never speak to anyone else. We wouldn't even speak to a dog. For example, if you were with someone and someone dropped some things by accident or knocked a glass over and spilled it, and you saw them do that, and you saw them start to get upset, you would likely be like, "Okay, it's fine. It's okay. Just a mistake. You didn't mean it. Let's just clean it up and we'll move on." Okay? But when we do it, here comes the barrage of curse words, of names, calling ourselves an idiot, a loser, moron. What were you thinking? Why did you do that? Way to go. And it's no wonder that with a voice like that, so many of us are lacking confidence. It's abuse. It is what it is. It's self-abuse. And that self-abuse, unfortunately, has become very normal and accepted, and we need to change that right now. Number 3 is to praise yourself more. So in addition to taking out the criticism, you want to praise yourself more. Find more reasons to lift yourself up. What you want to do is you want to praise yourself so often that you begin to praise yourself more than you criticize yourself and tear yourself down. When you get to that point, your confidence will naturally grow. It's so telling that so many of us have established, again, that inner critic, right? But how many of us, as hypnotherapist Marissa Peer says, how many of us have an inner coach or an inner cheerleader? Not many, because it's become the de facto default mode to install an inner critic in ourselves and not what we really need, which is an inner coach, an inner cheerleader, someone who's always going to be in our corner and tell us how great we're doing every day, and tell us how amazing we are every day. If this is so unusual to you that you struggle, start small. You can simply start with, I'm doing the best that I can. Okay? I am inferior to no one. Things like this that tell you that you are enough, that you are okay, you are doing well, you're doing as best as you can eventually work up to saying more outrageous things that are also true, such as I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, I'm handsome, I'm sexy. Okay, everyone, I know, like I have so much to offer. Things like that may feel very uncomfortable to you at first can be worked up to. Okay, and then number 4 is to do things that scare you more and then praise yourself for it. So this is, again, life experience of overcoming challenges grows your confidence. When you step outside of what you're comfortable with, when you overcome challenge, when you see the effect of your power on your life, on the world, your confidence will naturally grow because you'll see what you're capable of. You'll see what you can do. So in many ways, you have to grow your confidence from the inside, but also it grows from the outside as well. Technically, you can grow it from just the inside, but it is a lot easier as well and can be more effective to do it from two areas. Telling yourself that you're amazing, telling yourself that you can handle these things, praising yourself, loving yourself, but also doing things, putting yourself out there, seeing the effect that you have in the world, seeing the evidence of these things can actually grow your confidence more and better and quicker. Okay, so that is it for today. I think this has gone way too long as usual, but I want to thank you so much for watching this video if you have to the end. Now, hypnosis is a wonderful, wonderful, and even quicker way to grow your confidence, to work on your confidence, and also to remove the number one thief of confidence that we have, which is those harsh, overly critical thoughts that tear you down. Hypnosis is a powerful way and a natural way and an easy way to be able to silence that voice, to be able to challenge it, to mute it, and to also install that praising voice as well, so that you can see more results and see yourself as being more confident. So if you would like to know more about hypnosis and how hypnosis can help you to be more confident, then please check out my website, newworldhypnosis.com. There's also some freebies there as well that could be useful as free resources. You can sign up for just a free consultation call and get all your questions answered, get to speak with me, and find out how hypnosis can help you and what it is. All right, well, thank you so much. That's it for today, and I hope you're enjoying your September. We'll see you soon, and remember, as always, in order to change your life, you must first change yourself. Be well, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.